In Mexico, we really loved coffee, and so unfortunately here in the States, I didn't see my culture or my coffee being represented in any coffee shop. So I didn't have Mexican chocolates, I didn't have horchatas, I didn't have café de olla, stuff that I could find at home, but in other coffee shops I couldn't find them. So I thought it was really important to bring our recipes to the forefront here in San Marcos.
He keeps us up to date on the most current and special blends that he's offering his clients.
I was born here, but I grew up in Mexico, in Parras, Coahuila. It's the oldest winery in the Americas. I kind of started to involve myself more with the community. We want to stay true to the Mexican culture as far as my culture and some of the African coffees that we also have. So culturally we want to build a coffee shop where people can feel welcome here in San Marcos.
It reminds me of my grandmother and where I came from, and the horchata latte is my favorite. No, it's my second favorite. My first favorite is the champurrado latte. It's the best, really. If you have any ancestors from Mexico, coming to drink a coffee here will take you back.
Something we say here at Café Azteca is el café es nuestro, coffee is ours. And it's not ours, solely ours, but it's just the way we do coffee, and it's just really unique and special here to each culture that does coffee. So Mexican culture does a lot of different coffee from Ethiopian and Colombian, but the thing that unites us is that coffee comes from our home country. And so that's really, really important for me as to why I opened Café Azteca, as far as being able to see representation of my culture and how I do coffee. So. And eventually I would love to go back home to San Antonio and bring this concept back home. And then Mexico, that's always been my dream, is to bring a coffee shop back home to Mexico. So right now I'm in the current trailer that I am, and a year ago I was in a lawnmower trailer, so just to see the progression, and it's just exciting to build something from the ground up. Imaginémonos cosas chingonas, carajo, con el Azteca todo es posible, hermanos.
The Student Learning Assistance Center, also known as SLAC, is located on the 4th floor of the Alkek Library. SLAC provides students with homework help in subject areas that they might struggle with. SLAC offers tutoring in math, biology, chemistry, accounting, writing, and more. For more information on SLAC services and to find out their lab hours, visit their website.
Un agujerito, vamos, celebrar la aguja. Ahora Sigurdsson se va al suelo, el árbitro dice que no hay nada. Vanega juega con Messi, protestan los aficionados islandeses. Bien Vanega, pero Mascherano. Ahora un tío frente a la presión adelantado.
Ready to fade up on Still Store with music full in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Music full, fade up. Ready to dissolve to camera 1. Ready to mic and cue them in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade up, mic and cue them.
Good evening, and welcome to the Tonight Show. I'm Clark Mundy, and
Name
boy,
him.
do we have a surprise for you all.
Lose it.
America has made its
Ready
choice.
to take camera
A
2?
legendary saxophonist that nobody saw coming. After winning America's Got Talent last week, we have with us now the one and only Louis Edwards.
Take 2.
Welcome, Louis. So I just have a few questions for you.
Yes.
What made you choose to play the saxophone
Ready
over
to
other
play
instruments?
Skype?
I chose the saxophone because
Play
I'm
Skype.
the youngest of 3, and
Dissolve.
my older brother, he chose percussion, and my sister, who's older, chose the trumpet. And so when I was thinking about other instruments, I kind of revolted back to like what I was watching at the time, which was The Simpsons. And
Okay.
so Lisa Simpson plays the saxophone, so I was like,
Right.
I'll do that. And
Okay.
so that's how it all started.
Very cool. And here we see you playing and practicing. So what's your typical practice process? Do you have a set time limit? Do you just go till you feel like, you've had enough for the day?
I kind of go until I've had enough. Sometimes I'll have like set goals, like there's a certain passage that I want to work on that's kind of tricky, and so I'll like work on that for a period of time. Sometimes I just want to just goof off but just play, and so I'll sometimes like have a recording of either myself or just another person that I'm trying to emulate, and I'll just try to play along with them.
Okay.
And so it just kind of varies for me.
Okay.
Be
very
ready
cool.
to wrap them up.
How long have you been playing the saxophone?
I've been playing the saxophone since 6th grade. That's when I picked it up. So it's been about 28 years.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, wrap them up.
And where was the best place or venue that you've ever performed the saxophone at?
I like to play specifically at restaurants. It's not really like a group, but I get free food for doing it.
There
Ready
you go.
to
Free
take
food
camera
is always the
1?
answer. And if you could give any advice to any
Okay.
new musicians, what would that be?
After
Obviously,
this
just to
question,
practice.
wrap
Get
them
in a
up.
room and get at it.
Very nice. Well, that's amazing. We are just eager to hear you perform your new piece here on the show. But first, we'd like to leave our viewers
Ready to
for a
play
quick
DDR
moment
with
this
sound?
important message. Stay tuned, and we'll be
Play
right back.
DDR, dissolve.
Imagine a lusher, greener San Marcos
Okay, camera
with
2, do your
interconnected
magic,
natural
yes.
areas around town, rich with
Make
diverse
sure
flora and
Technical
fauna.
floor
A
director,
place
make
of
sure
winding
Louis is
paths
ready
open
with his
for pedestrians
instrument.
to explore the blissfulness of nature without
I'll give
disturbing
you
the fragile
15
areas or the
seconds
creatures that
heads up.
inhabit them.
Thank you.
The San Marcos Greenbelt Alliance shares this vision. They're a non-profit organization working at the community and political level to preserve and better San Marcos' natural beauty.
We going back to the host
Through
first, right?
community
Yes,
education
we
and
are going
outreach,
to
they strive
camera
to build
1.
a passion for conservation. And their cooperation with local developers ensures that our beautiful city is progressing with nature in mind. But they can't do it
15,
alone.
14,
There are plenty
13.
of volunteer
Ready to fade up on camera
opportunities
1,
open to
ready
everyone.
to mic and cue them.
Visit
6,
www.smgreenbelt.org
4,
for more information
3,
on their efforts
2,
and ways to get
1.
involved.
Fade up, mic and cue them.
Ladies and gentlemen, America's Got Talent finalist Louis
Ready
Edwards
to
will
take
perform
camera
for us
2?
right now. Take it away, Louis.
Take it 2. Name him. Lose it. We're gonna keep it on Clark. Like the zoom camera too. I like it. You can slowly zoom out slowly. Ready to take camera 1. Take 1.
Edwards, you have done it again. His album, Heartbeat in the Sax, will be available on iTunes on October 30th, so make sure to mark your calendar.
Ready to fade to
That's
black.
all we have time for today. Thank you, Louis, so much for coming.
Sneak
You're very
music
talented.
under.
Appreciate having you. And we appreciate you, the viewer, for watching The Tonight Show. Join us again tomorrow when we invite businessman, philanthropist, and a shark from the TV show Shark Tank, Mark Cuban. Did the shark fight go too far? We will answer that question tomorrow. Until
Zoom
next
out.
time on The Tonight
Camera
Show,
1.
goodbye.
Fade to black.
Paper Bear Heartworks in San Marcos is a favorite stop for many, and there are advantages to shopping in the store.
And once you get in here, you see that we have things from all over the world. We have toys and relics of the past, if you want to call it that, but toys from the past that people remember when they were kids. I think you feel good when you come in here. It's pretty, I guess, a good home feeling when you come in.
They can find something for everybody in their family.
like they're 2 or 102. They'll find something.
Some businesses like Monkey's Vintage and Barefoot Campus Outfitter try to get customers excited about shopping by offering sales, special events, and entertainment.
Well, we offer sales that are just in stores, like today, for example. But yeah, that's a way that we do it. But we try to promote our online store just as much since we're all in the same business.
But then we have bands here on Third Thursday. We have live music. We have DJs. We have arts.
According to the U.S. Commerce Department, online shopping is a rapidly growing sector of the economy, but local customers prefer having a choice.
I prefer online shopping just because you get everything in bulk, so if I order like 12 things, it's like a surprise, I get 12 things.
I prefer to go into a retail store than actually shop online. I'm just very impatient as a person. I don't like waiting for things. Also, like almost always I end up buying things too big, too small, or just doesn't look as I expected it to.
Whether you prefer browsing online or in stores, you only have 26 shopping days left till Christmas. Happy holidays. For Bobcat Update, I'm Valeria Escalante.
This time of year, the nation honors its veterans, those who make the necessary sacrifices to serve in the armed forces. In San Marcos, the traditions associated with the holiday were observed downtown.
The city of San Marcos hosted its annual Veterans Day Parade Saturday to honor all who have served.
Veterans have been taken a lot better care of, not only with the Veterans Administration, with health care and emotional support, and then in the support in the communities.
The event kicked off with a biscuit and gravy breakfast served on the county courthouse lawn. Veteran groups, military organizations, bands, drill teams, and public officials participated in the parade.
Congressman Doggett is due to come by, so we'll make sure, to have him get out of there and get up on the podium and give us the wishes of the Congress.
Some people voted red, some people voted blue, but all of us are committed to the red, white, and blue. And so this is a time to come together in support of our country.
Some members of Chi Beta Delta, a Texas state sorority, volunteered for the event.
So we volunteered today, and we were helping hand out food, and then we were handing out flags and toys.
Texas has the second largest veteran population, with almost 2 million who reside here. Nationwide, there are more than 18 million veterans with service dating back to World War II.
The midterm election shows how polarized America is at the moment. While Trump vowed today and worked with the Democratic House majority on issues, he warned those effects could stall if the party uses subpoena power to investigate him or his administration. On the other hand, there's bound to be resistance to his immigration policies. Many oppose him sending more soldiers to the border and his pledge to build a wall along the Mexican border.
I think actually Mexico needs to deal with the caravan.
I feel like whether these people are coming to America for safety reasons, for better opportunities, they should be allowed that as any other person should be.
I think that there should be a median somewhere.
I personally don't feel like the wall should be built.
I'm not really much informed on much of that, so.
The whole immigration thing, I think it's a good concept of having the wall.
Why? There's so many other ways to get to America. A wall is going to be the way to stop it. I
think there's a lot better things our money can be spent on.
It makes us seem very territorial. We almost don't seem like the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The San Marcos Cinema Club is preparing for the film festival, which will be held November 1st through the 4th. The festival will have feature films, workshop parties, concerts, and interactive events.
This is our second year to do Lost River Film Fest, and it's a 4-day celebration of independent cinema. This year we're partnering with the grassroots immigrant rights group Mano Amiga and featuring a dozen immigration narratives given the humanitarian crisis that's unfolding in our country.
Happening over 4 days, the festival will take place at several locations in town.
We also supplement cinema with all sorts of interactive events. This year we'll have a burlesque performance titled The Film Strip. There's going to be a citywide essay contest for youth across the city reflecting on the values embodied in the film Coco. And we'll be showing Coco at Cuauhtemoc Hall, which is a 75-year-old mutual aid society.
Organizers say the festival will cover a wide range of topics. Charlotte Moore's film, titled Black Bodies, is highly anticipated as it covers the experience of African Americans in Austin, Texas.
You go to any film fest and you're going to see a bunch of white dudes work. We don't want to be that kind of film fest. We want to be one that, especially, takes an interest and showcases the work of female filmmakers, filmmakers of color, queer filmmakers, and others that are pushing issues of social justice out through cinema.
The Cinema Club invites everyone to come out and enjoy the event. For more information, visit the website lostriverfilmfest.org. For Bobcat Update, I'm Valeria Escalante. A bit of San Marcos history will be preserved if the First Baptist Church located on Martin Luther King Drive receives a grant from a group called Partners in Preservation. The San Marcos Main Street program has linked with the Preservation Society in hopes of restoring what they call a landmark of hope.
It's a huge deal. There are 20 properties across the United States that are up in the running for the grant funding of $150,000. We are one of them.
The funding will be used to repair the church's foundation and protect it from weather damage. Several projects nationwide are vying for grants, which will be determined by the end of this month. The Landmark of Hope is a top contender so far.
At the end of the voting period, which lasts until October 26th, everyone can vote 5 times a day, every day, but through the voting period, at the end of it, the top 10 locations with the most votes will win the grant funding.
The National Trust for Historic Preservation, the Main Street America program, and American Express are raising $2 million to support projects like Landmark of Hope.
There are 20 projects across the nation that are participating in this program. We are the only project in Texas. So we really are depending on our Texas community to help us win this vote.
The first African American church in San Marcos was called the Colored Baptist Church Zion. It later was burned down by the Ku Klux Klan. In response, the community rebuilt it as a grand Victorian-style church, which still stands today. For Bobcat Update, this is Valeria Escalante.